Gonna turn that on. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good. How are you?
Should we do like this stage
Act
thing
like we
where
haven't been hanging out for an hour
for an
already.
How have you been? Let's talk about all the things we didn't just talk about. What's that? Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay on it. How do I look? That's what you want to hear from your wife. How's everybody doing tonight? There. Good. We switched up the speakeasy a little bit. There's a little more room down here. Bar's over there now. And I think going forward, we're just going to have a little bit more emphasis on like the songs that people bring down here. And first person that came to my mind when I was like thinking about storytelling was Jake the Snake Rozier.
Thanks, man.
Like, you can craft a freaking story and make it funny and hurt at the same time. Like,
I just steal all my songs from other people.
oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's what you want. You know we're live, right? Yeah. Actually, it'd be an honor if Zach.
It's whatever.
Bryan-
They'll think I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah, but what do you want to play for us? Like, to start off, tell us a little bit about it.
This is a song about.
Does that need to come down a little?
What's up? Oh no, I'm good. I think. Just play hard to kill a ghost. It's
Yeah.
a song about how hard it is to kill ghosts. Well, there's a hole in my pocket where my money disappears. I could tell you how it got there, but I doubt you'd want to hear some sob story from a kid who spends his time bitching about the world after he smokes away his mind. And oh, what you don't see, there's not much else out there for guys like me. And when you can't stand a beat in your own damn company, well, sometimes you feel the need to set yourself free. Oh, here I go, just fill my brain with cheap cocaine, burn me in the snow. Ooh, ooh, getting close to killing all my demons, but it's hard to kill a ghost. And when the sun comes up, there's something in me dies. I told myself I'd watch my health and go to bed last night. But once I start, you know I'll never stop. So I open up that bottle and I drink down that last drop. And oh, what you don't know, all these things that you've been telling me, I heard them long ago. And I know that you're right, but I don't got the strength to fight, so I'll just keep on getting high because it makes me feel so low. And oh, here I go, just fill my brain with cheap cocaine, bury me in the snow. Ooh, ooh, getting close to killing all these demons, but it's hard to kill a ghost. The cycle spins again and again, but I'm learning now that half the fight is to pick yourself back up and know that there's enough left to keep you reaching towards the light. So till then, oh, here I go. Just fill my brain with cheap cocaine, burn me in the snow. Ooh, I'm getting close to killing all these demons, but it's hard to kill a ghost.
I think that's probably one of my favorite songs of yours.
Thanks.
Like,
man.
it stood out. We played at D-Max together a while back, and like that
Oh,
song.
on the fucking trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that stood way out to me. That song, I was like, man, that lyric, killing all these demons, but it's hard to kill a ghost. Like, so what's the ghost in the song?
I don't remember, honestly.
you
I
don't have,
wrote the song like laying in bed and like drunk. And I don't really, I have like the paper, you know what I mean, that has the lyrics on it, but I don't really remember the meaning behind all of it.
Well,
but
I mean,
mainly it's about addiction. And,
yeah. Okay.
you know, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Myself and cheap cocaine, which
Yeah.
I didn't know there was cheap cocaine. I don't know. I don't even know what expensive cocaine is, but
Well, cheaply made.
cheaply made. Oh, isn't that
AKA
just
meth.
Meth, yeah. Cool. What was your inspiration for that song, though? Like,
I think I was just bummed out and I was laying in bed and I was really drunk and I don't know. A lot of my songs were about addiction and
yeah, that's straight vodka he's drinking, by the way, in that water bottle.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled.
no, I'm actually a lot better than I used to be, but
Yeah. Aren't we all? 20s are wild, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the end side of that for sure.
How's it going over there, Amanda?
Cool. Thanks.
Hey, Mel. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Mel.
I'll play one.
Thank you.
I'm going to play one kind of a downer, and then the only way to go from there is up.
Or farther down.
or into the abyss. Actually, I wasn't planning on dropping the D. This is Andrea's favorite song.
Andrea? Oh, sick. Cool. Andrea does love this song. My girlfriend loves this song.
It's called Harder on the Living. Well, you say you've got your problems. You tell me every day. And I know you've got your reasons. At least that's what you say. And I know you better than most. I thought I knew them too. Until they did the deed, broke our hearts in two. They didn't see their lives as a gift that they were given, and that easy way out would be harder on the living. My best friend's pride turn into ashes for his mother. It wasn't one more year before I lost another brother. If you only want my pity, but you won't take my help. You ain't thinking about your loved ones. You're only thinking about yourself. You need to see your life as a gift that you were given. And that easy way out would be harder on the living. I'm among the ones who loves you enough, begging not to take your life. 'Cause there's millions of people who wish they could have back their brother, their mother, their son, daughter, even their wife. They need to see your life as a gift that you were given. 'Cause that easy way out would be harder on the living. Harder on the living. Thanks, man. That one's a pretty explicit song. There's
I love that song. Andrea loves that song, but I do. Like, that's probably my favorite song. of yours.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Or up there.
There's no
Top
like
3.
subtext in that song.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like, don't do it. People love you.
It's a good song.
Turn both
Both of
mics
them?
up. Yeah. Thanks, Quinn. You the real MVP. All right. We're going to 11. Oh. Awesome. Cool. All right.
All right. Let's do this one. Huh.
You got anything new you ready to play?
I don't have very much new stuff.
There's another one of those questions that I
what?
pretend like I didn't just ask.
Yeah,
you
I know. Well,
when you got here an hour ago.
I mean, I can do this one. I showed Sam this one a little bit ago, but I'm probably going to totally fuck it up. I wrote this yesterday, so I haven't been going out because of COVID, but so you'd think I'd write a bunch of stuff, but I've been working on recording some stuff and went down a rabbit hole with that. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to call this or if I like it yet, but I wrote this, like I said, yesterday. So it's about going on skateboarding trips because I skateboard. Got one wheel in my hand, the other 4 been burning through the night. And I don't know where I am, but anywhere it's not Spokane will be alright. Between the 4 of us and our bags, well, this old sedan is piled in tight. So I stretch out the best I can and keep us moving towards this coming morning light. Well, now that Well, now that wind's been picking up, and oh shit, what is it? Like you know.
Oh, I know.
Well, now that wind's been picking up, like it's singing me some kind of lullaby. And the road begins to blur as I try to fight the urge to close my eyes. Just one long blink, that's all it's gonna be, I tell myself. But when I open them back up, I'm in the backseat, engines off, I'm cold as hell. And I don't know how I got here, and I don't know if I care. Just pass me back a beer and let me sleep. And in the morning after waking up, we'll roll right out of here, and we'll be heading out to wherever we'll be. And now they're talking in the back about some sign they saw, said checkpoint up ahead. So I pull over and we pour out our last beers. The weed we had instead. Do you know those Arizona cops? Well, you get caught and you'll be wishing you were dead. And now those lights are flashing bright behind us as we realize we had been misled. Well, you see, all they really wanted was to see which car was dumb enough to stop. And now he's pulling us all out, and as he ruffles through my bag, my heart drops. And he says, boys, well, I just found I found everything that you were hiding, and you're going in. So after hours of, and after taunting us for hours, well, he just drives off with some shitty sideways grin. This is what happens when Sam tells me to play a fucking song that I don't know how to play. What do you got that's new? And I don't know how I got here, and I don't know if I care, but we threw out all the beer, so let me sleep. And in the morning after waking up, we'll roll right out of here, and we'll be heading out to wherever we'll be. And I don't know how I got here, and I don't know if I care, but I might need to get beer 'cause I can't sleep. And in the morning after waking up, we'll roll right out of here, and we'll be heading out to wherever we'll be. No, we'll be heading out to wherever we'll be. Jeez.
No, I definitely like that song a lot.
Thank
It
you.
was better the second time.
Yeah, that was the rough version.
No, I wanted to hear it again anyways.
Oh, cool.
He played it like 15 minutes before we started, and I was like messing with cameras and stuff, and I didn't get to I didn't hear the full thing. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just like stop and listen to it, and I love that song, man.
Well, thank you.
It's a great storytelling song.
Yeah.
So like, again, like pretty explicit, but like, what happened with that cop?
Oh, he just like drove. So we're in Arizona. We're in California, and it was like 2 a.m, and none of us could sleep, and so we're just like, fuck it, let's just go to Phoenix. And because my buddy's stepdad lived in Phoenix, or his dad lived in Phoenix, and so we had a place to sleep there, and none of us could sleep in the car. So we drove over there, and it was probably, I don't know what time it was. It was really, really late or early in the morning, depending on which way you look at it. And there was the song's kind of self-explanatory. There was a checkpoint sign, and so we pulled over, and like I wasn't drinking, but everyone else was drinking, so I went and threw out all the beer cans, and we had a bunch of weed and oil and all that kind of stuff in the car. In Arizona, not anymore so much, I don't think, but at the time, Arizona was super strict on weed.
Oh.
And there wasn't a checkpoint. It was just a trap. Like, there's cops hiding out, seeing who would stop and pour shit out of the car. And so they pulled us over, and the whole time he was, like, telling us we're going to go to jail, and he just, like, all this bad stuff.
Rude.
Yeah, and, like, the song says, after a couple hours, I don't think it was a couple hours, but that was the best way to, it sounded good to say it that way. It was probably like a half hour or an hour, but he was telling us the whole time we were going to jail
Probably
and all that. And then
half hour.
yeah, so we had 4 of us, or at that point we had 5 of us, because we picked someone up on the way. And so we had a ton of like luggage and stuff, and all of our stuff was like put really meticulously in the trunk, all our bags and everything. And so they take everything out of the trunk, go through all of our bags, and then they just leave us on the side of the road with all our bags and all our shit laying out on the shoulder of the freeway.
You're like, see ya.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 in the morning. And yeah, so that's what that was about.
Man. Well, I know I said this to you before, but you need to put a Bible on the dash. Apparently that's what Corb Lund does. He just puts a Bible on the dash. And he can get across the Canadian border.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, awesome. I don't know if I guess I like that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's good to hear your perspective on it. I never really know until I play it like for a month or so, play it and out.
Like those stories where it's like the storytelling ones, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that suck me in.
Yeah, I'm not the best at doing that. And I write a lot of depressing songs, so I was just trying to write something that wasn't just super.
I hear you. It's the artist's dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wrote another depressing one the other day. Well, a month or so ago, and I'm pretty sure Amanda thinks I'm broken.
Yeah.
Am I broken?
I mean, I think that's the best kind of music, because it's the stuff that connects with people. Like, just like the fun songs or whatever are just kind of more for entertainment, but it still kind of wears on you when that's all you're playing all the time, you know?
True.
At least for me.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
Yeah. Benjamin Todd.
People like it, you know?
Lost Dog Street Band, you know? Yeah, every single one of their songs is fucked
for
up.
example, like, you and Andrea always want to hear Harder on the Living.
Yeah.
And I know, like, Whitsick Eric says that all the time, too. And, like, that's a downer of a song, you know?
Yeah, and that's why it's good.
See,
it's way
so
better
I'm going to
than
say the
some
same
happy
thing
song
back
that
to
doesn't
you.
mean anything, you know what I mean?
I'll play a happy song that doesn't mean anything. It's
I mean,
called
those are great.
Self-Made
Those are
Man.
great, too. It's just different, you know? It's not, you're not going to actually
Yeah.
be affected by it the same way.
Right. Well, I'll play Just Who I Am, since we were talking about it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a true story, but I'm not the person in this story. I'm one of them. Pride pushed us away for so long. Each letter we'd written each other didn't say we were wrong. A bond left here to wilt, a war never won. Both Irish, both Catholic, both stubborn, like mother, like son. And as the months turned to years, still neither of us spoke. The first one to lose was the first one who broke. We took time for granted, now I'm holding your while you are trying to remember just who I am.
Yeah.
See, we all do
I
it.
did a few of those. Yeah, you're good.
The fall erased every trace of anger and hurt. You smiled when I came here to see you, didn't know where you were. My duty kicked into gear to not leave your side. Fueled by gallons of guilt from years worth of pride. And I grew closer to God, hoping you would recall my face from the pictures that are hung on your wall, and stories you'd act like you understand, while you are trying to remember just who I am. My boys, both fully grown, holding back tears. I've robbed them from knowing their kin for too many years. Release fistfuls of dirt and say a short prayer. I promise myself and my sons I'll always be there. Stop this cycle today before I pass it on. So these boys that I've shaped will be here till I'm gone. We waited the clock till it ran out of sand. I've spent days, weeks, and months in this moment, but I couldn't have dreamed you not knowing just who I am. Yeah, thanks, man.
I love that song, man.
Thanks. Yeah, it's
Is that like about a friend or?
no. Long story short, it's about like I didn't really know my grandmother that well.
Oh, okay.
And there was just a lot of, family stuff there.
You said it wasn't about you.
It was my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote it from his perspective. He and I have never talked about it either. It's like
Oh,
we've
shit,
never had a
yeah.
discussion about it. I just got to like watch it, and I saw a really cool quote on the internet the other day that I never realized. It was like, you never realize when you're growing up that you're also watching your parents grow up. Like when you're a
Yeah.
little kid, you're watching your parents like learn how to parent.
Isn't
how to
it
be an
weird,
adult.
dude? Like you're a kid and then you grow up and you're like, oh, like
Yeah.
you think everyone has everything figured out, like the
Yeah.
adults like control shit, and it's
Yeah.
like you wake up and you're like, and then you grow up and you're like, what the hell? Like no one knows anything.
No one has
We're
any
all
idea.
a bunch of idiots.
Right, yeah, you're
You
right.
know?
So like, I mean, I wrote the song first, but like I also like it gave me a lot of like that quote alone like made me think about it a lot.
Right.
It gave me a lot of empathy for their perspective, my parents' perspective while they were going like raising my brother and I, doing what they thought was right, and where just based on where they were at in life, and like I don't know, I tried to come at it from a real objective point of view, but
No, it's a good song.
hopefully
man.
they never hear it.
You probably appreciate it, man.
I don't know.
I have songs about. This song is about my dad, kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hiding from the sun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
S-U-N or S-O-N? Son.
UN.
U-N. Got it.
Rusty thought this song was religious because hiding from the sun,
Like-
and he thought there was like a lot of religious metaphors in
Oh.
it, and there's not.
The beauty of
But
music
take
is
whatever.
people can find metaphors wherever they want.
Yeah. God, this is so weird. Just like we're playing music and everyone's like watching us, but we can't like see them.
It's kind of
we
like
can't-
relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like I want to be able to like hang out with people.
Is anybody
I
tuning
want,
in, Amanda?
yeah.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Chrissy and Kelly. Justin, that is
Thank
a
you,
huge
man.
compliment.
Yeah, seriously, thank you.
Justin Ruggles, shout out, my man.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he says that, and I can't, like, be like, hey, I can't meet him. I'm just, like, sitting
maybe someday.
here. Yeah, someday I'd love to meet you, Justin.
Come on out to a show sometime.
Yeah,
when
because it's,
we're able to.
yeah. Live streams are awesome, but I'd rather meet you in person.
Yeah, it's cool that we can be in your home, but we'd rather like meet you somewhere and hang out with you, buy you a beer. So.
Oh, God, what are the chords? Oh, okay, got it.
This is the one you did the video of this down here, right?
Yeah, it's just been I haven't, like I said, I haven't been playing out, so I'm kind of rusty on all my songs.
Well, check out Jake's video of this song as well after this.
Yeah, and I put the audio of it on, I mean,
He's on Spotify too.
sorta. It's just the audio from the video, so you might as well just watch the video. Because then you get two. You
What
get
if
the
they're
video.
driving distracted?
Then you can listen to it on Spotify. Well, tonight, in this graveyard, with the bones of your old man beneath your feet, they shine a light on what's to come from living how you are. Is there anything left to make you see? Well, I know that curse that's been well to your name. It never gave you too much of a choice. But hopefully you'll learn someday that shaking off the blame will only overshadow your own voice. So don't you go giving up just like your daddy did, and lay yourself to waste like the men that came before him. A dog don't gotta bite if you can tame what lies within, but if you don't get up and fight, you'll never leave that hell you're in. Some things get left behind, some people die young. You say you're doing fine with your knife against a gun. Well, I don't blame you. Your mind is so damn, son, you'll never see the light when you're hiding from the sun. And broken families, a story that is self as old as time. And some of us are saved while others slip away, and some of us just keep on that thin line. So who are you gonna be, son? You say you'll never change, but it's already been done. So give yourself a chance before you find that your last dance is with the same thing that kept daddy on the run. So as you stare at that wall so vacantly, you say you're hanging on, but does that really mean much? Anything, do you care? If all you're gonna be is a shadow of the man that this world may never see. Some things get left behind, some people die young. You say you're doing fine with your knife against a gun. Well, I don't blame you. Your mind is so damn spun, you'll never see the light when you're hiding from the sun. Some things get left behind, and you're not doing fine, child. But I don't blame you. You're not the only one. It's killing me. It's killing us. It's killing us.
I'll show you. Technical second.
And I realized like halfway through that song, I said that was about my dad. That's not really about my dad. That was kind of, I started writing that song, it was, and it turned into something else. My dad's not that big of an asshole. He's actually pretty cool.
He sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah, but it was originally, when I first started it, it was influenced by that. But
Who
yeah.
doesn't have a little parental angst, though?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
growing up, and if you're anywhere adjacent to the punk rock thing, you've got some parental angst.
I love my dad. He's a good guy.
I love your dad, too. So
Love your
what's
dad.
there's that line in there. Your last dance will be the. Can you say that line again? Our last dance will be
Your
the
last
same.
dance will be with the same. Oh shit.
Yeah, what's the line before that? Like, I wanted to ask you about that. Like, what's
So
the?
who are you gonna be, son? You say it'll never change, but it's already been done. So give yourself a chance before you find that your last dance is with the same thing that kept daddy on the run.
What was that?
It's the same shit as all my songs, addiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
oh, I mean,
addiction. Give yourself, like, it's pretty much like blaming all your problems on genetics and on, like, my parents were this way, either, it doesn't, originally it was going to be, because I've struggled with addiction a lot, and originally it was going to be about that, but it's broader, to me anyways, it's, like, about just blaming anything on your parents, just being like, this is how I am, like, I grew up, like, shitty, like, whether it's poverty or just a shitty upbringing or what, and just being like, you don't have to be like, so like, give yourself a chance before you find your last dance with the same, so like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like
well,
actually
that's a really
fucking try, or else you figure out that you're gonna be fucked just like your dad was.
That's a really powerful line. Like, basically, it's saying like, don't be a victim of your circumstances. Like,
Yeah.
give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, exactly.
Like, and that's powerful because I feel like so many people, a lot of people, don't get that like motivation to not be victims to their own circumstance. You know what I mean? Like, and I that's not a broad stroke. That's like, everybody's got a different situation, but sometimes people don't take opportunity when they have it to pull themselves
It's
out.
easy to give up too.
Yeah.
It's easy to blame your problems on like my dad's not like a crazy alcoholic or anything.
No,
but,
I'm not here to like out your dad on
No.
on the air.
I feel like I'm outing him, and I feel bad.
I just
That's-
wanted to hear
It's
that
just like
line
growing
again.
up. It's like it's in the it's just how it is, and then you're like, oh, this is just how it's gonna be forever because it's how it was my whole life growing up. And it doesn't have to be like that. If you want to do something different than your parents, then you can totally do that.
Damn straight. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I think those are the strong ones, the ones that go and carve their own path. That's cool. How's it going over there, Amanda? Anybody else tuning in, chiming in? Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather. Noisy guitars? Noise guitars. Oh, hey, Ashley. Long time. Yeah, we've been having a little fun here tonight. If you guys are having a good time, if you want to support us, honestly, just like hit that share button. It really helps us out. We want to get the Speakeasy out there. The Speakeasy is, it started like COVID. Musicians couldn't play out anywhere, and now we're kind of like, there's a few more options right now for people, so it's not as, we're kind of transitioning it to more of like a songwriter story hour, where you get to hear, like, Jake here tonight is one of the most prolific songwriters in the area, I'd say, and you don't often get to, like, in a noisy bar, you don't get to hear the stories behind his songs, and, like, if you really listen to him over and over again, which I urge you to, there's a lot of meaning there, so.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Yeah.
And
of course.
Yeah, like what you're doing, not to just like play dick sucking game, but like, dude, like this is cool. Like, thank you for doing this,
Yeah,
man.
no worries. This is fun. And people are gonna get real tired of me real quick, so I gotta keep bringing new artists in. I don't write enough.
No, it's cool, man. Like that you're like doing, because people aren't doing that. There is no like other avenue for like people to be heard and shit.
Well, what's cool
like
about the
this.
Inland Northwest is like there's a lot of undiscovered talent here. We all know about it, but not a lot of people outside the area know about it, or people that don't go to the right bar or this or that. They don't know about it.
Well, and like you said, you go to the right bar, and it's still gonna be loud, and people aren't really listening. So this is cool. This is super cool to like
thanks,
have
man.
this opportunity around here.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna play another one that I wrote. Cool. This one's called Horse Thief Moon. It's not really a true story. I mean, it's built on like a bunch of different true stories, but just thought it was a really cool idea. I'm friends with like a lot of honest to God, real cowboys. I'm not one myself.
He used to be.
Sometimes I pretend. I put the hat on.
He used to work at Yellowstone.
Yeah, that just made me a government employee, though. But sometimes I hear like words or phrases or stories that come out, and I'm like, oh man,
Kind of relate to
that
it.
needs to be told. So it's not always my story, but this one, this is called Horse Thief Moon. Which a horse thief moon is like a full moon, right? because
I've always wondered that, dude, with this song.
well, there's I had a
What the
debate
hell
with
does that
somebody.
mean?
They were like, "Is it no? It'd be like pitch black because then you could steal it and nobody'd see you." I'm like, "Yeah, but you need to use a lantern."
No, dude, I thought the song was like about like stealing a horse or something
It's not.
at night.
Well, it's about stealing love
Okay.
under the light of a horse thief moon. So.
Yeah, well, I thought that reference was about stealing horses or something.
Well, yeah, a horse thief moon tradition, like, yeah, a horse thief moon. Like Ian Tyson has a song called "Horse Thief Moon," but it's like about like riding through the canyons at night, and the moon's bright enough to illuminate everything. You don't need a light. So the horse thief moon is that. But this is not about a midnight cattle drive. It takes a night like this to draw me out, and I'm suppressing the urge to scream and shout, 'cause we'll go nowhere with anger in bloom, just a blossom in the light of a horse thief moon. I'll take 10 deep breaths and 9 release, and hold the last one in and hope for peace, 'cause you suck the air right out of this room. I'm suffocating in the light of a horse thief moon. I went out on the mountain to clear my mind, but I'll never find peace leaving you behind. You can't look me in the eye when we're in the same room, always lying in the light of a horse thief moon. It took a good friend's eyes to find you out. Well, I was out on the mountain, you were out on the town. I cursed the night sky for him stealing you, and helping cheaters with the light of a horse thief moon.
Sorry.
For what, dude? I mean, you're no Eric Johnson.
I'm not. Sometimes I get a
Nobody's
little
Eric
courageous.
Johnson.
I'm like, oh, no, I'm not good.
No, that's a fun one. Like I wrote it, and then I have these friends that actually like professional cowboys, and I'll send it. So I sent that song to a buddy, Nick Lute, and he helped me out with that third verse a little bit there. So I was cross checking, make sure I'm not just like spouting keywords. Like I don't want to be like Luke Bryan, like tailgate, truck bed, dirt road,
Yeah.
Make sure it makes a little sense at least. So. No offense to any Luke Bryan fans. Offense.
Well,
How's it going over there,
I'm glad
Amanda?
I know what that song's about now. I was actually Googling that the other day, dude.
Horse Thief Moon?
Yeah,
Is that
because
what
I
it
was like, what the fuck is this song?
Did
like,
the Ian
what-
Tyson song come up?
Yeah,
Yep.
it did.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, guys. Who? Thanks, Jay.
He's not wrong.
Thanks for tuning in. Glorious tone. Thank you, Ashley. Wait, which one? Both. I love that Alvarez of yours, dude.
Thanks, man.
It's got that real vintage, like, that just like consistent tone to it.
Yeah, this has been in my family since I was born.
That's
so,
cool.
mhm.
Was it who?
It was my dad's.
Your dad's?
Mhm.
Nice.
And now he has a. I don't know anything about guitars. He has the black and purple Gibson. I think it's a SG. Is that?
Oh,
a
yeah,
thing?
with the double cutaway. Or is it electric or acoustic?
It's acoustic. But
Oh.
but he bought that, and then this was kind of hand me down once he got that one.
Like a J45,
That sounds familiar. Maybe.
J15.
Kind of looks like Mike Hensley's guitar.
Oh yeah, he's got
Right.
a J45. And
Okay.
Sam Lighty's got a J15.
Something. It has the purple color. God, I feel like such an idiot talking about that. I don't care. I just
Doesn't
play
matter.
the fucking thing. You know?
You can play enough to shut people up if they want to talk shit. You're,
Not based
you're a
off
picker,
that
man.
Not based off that last song.
play, That was 100% better than my lead playing. So no, I'm not gonna throw shade.
What should I do? I guess I could do. I don't want to do that.
What's this one called?
Ashtray? Should I do that one?
Astrid?
Ashtray?
Ashtray. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. Well, there's an old dirty ashtray sits on the ground. It's coated in black with a few hints of brown. Shaking right hand of a man who's been down. Knocked it to the floor when he was stumbling around. The stains and the cigarette burns on the couch. Never seemed to concern the ill-minded clown. 'Cause all that he's lost don't outweigh what he's found. Towards the bottom of the bottle where his sorrow's been drowned. And time don't seem to run on anymore. These days tend to bleed into one constant stream, each one the same as before. A lifetime can drive you insane. Memories on in your brain. They'll build and they'll take till the bottle pours you down the drain. He carries the scent of last night on his shirt. An old control panel needs fixing at work. Well, there's a wire. He's blind, but he's blind. What the fuck did I say? In a haze.
You haven't played for 2 months, man.
He reaches inside and he drifts to the grave. And time don't seem to run on anymore. These days tend to bleed into one constant stream, each one, the same as before. A lifetime can drive you insane. Memories on your brain. They'll build, they'll take till that bottle pours you down the drain. Well, there's an old dirty ashtray sits on the ground. It's covered in dust, untouched for a while now. Terrified boy wears a dream like a crown. A gift from the place that he fears to be bound. Time don't seem to run on anymore. These days tend to bleed into one constant stream, each one the same as before. A lifetime can drive you insane. Memories on in your brain. They'll build and they'll take till that bottle pours you down the drain. They'll build and they'll take till that bottle pours you down the drain.
That's such a strong hook too. Like, till the bottle pours you down the drain. Because I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Like, unless you can pour it down the drain, or it'll pour you down the drain. Like,
Yeah, no, that's
pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the idea. Actually,
Because fuck moderation.
What? Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking it now.
Where's my beer?
That song's actually, I don't know if I want to say, I don't give a shit. But it was pretty lame. But the whole idea of the song came from, what song is it? Goddamn. John Prine song, where he starts off with an ashtray and he like creates a whole song around that, and I've always thought it's really cool, just like the way he like. And I saw like in some interview of him talking about it, and how he like kind of like set the stage with like for the whole I don't know, just some stupid shit. I pretty much stole that from John Prine, so I'll give him credit. It's not me.
Well, if his lawyers come after you, that'd be an honor.
True. I would totally give him credit for the song. If that song's good enough for John Prine to he's not alive anymore.
They didn't even mention him in the CMAs. I think you're safe.
Yeah, true. That's so stupid.
Yeah, that whole thing's stupid. I saw this thing online the other day. It was like, how to draw Mickey Mouse. And it was like, start with 3 circles, and then draw the nose, and then injunction. How to draw a cat. Like Disney sends an injunction. Or cease and desist or something. Like intellectual property theft. So as long as Disney doesn't own the rights to his songs, you're probably I'll play one more, and then you play one more.
Yeah.
And then we'll let our captive audience go do other things with their lives. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
So tonight it's our first time multi-streaming to different platforms. So if you are hitting us up on YouTube or Twitch right now, like We just haven't figured it out. Like, so thanks for your patience, but thank you for watching. We are monitoring. My lovely and talented wife is watching Facebook for us. So if you're talking to us, she's letting us know what's up. Thanks again for tuning in. And this one is my last song for the night. Jake will play another one. And this is called Trying to Make a Name. It's about, I wrote it kind of about like just my past till now with music. So turn my guitar on. Well, I was 16 years old, punk rock in my veins, singing hard and fast, trying to make a name. And my parents had a plan for me, but I only brought them shame. I kept singing my songs and trying to make a name, just trying to live my life with less than half of my regrets, trying to put some worth behind that signature I'm writing on these checks, trying to convince my mom and dad that I love it all the same, staring down my dreams, and I'm trying to make a name. Well, I turned 21. That was it. See, I do it too.
Makes you feel better.
Well, I got tired of being broke, so I sold a few guitars. I went out into the world, started playing all my cards. But the music on the radio always served to remind I was going through the motions, and I left my dreams behind. Just trying to live my life with less than half of my regrets, trying to put some worth behind that signature I'm writing on these checks, trying to convince my mom and dad that I love it all the same, staring down my dreams, and I'm trying to make a name. Well, I turned 27. She said yes to me. She loved me for my faults, and she cheered on my dreams. So I picked up this guitar from years of neglect, wrapped it around my fingers, wrapped my fingers around that neck, and tried to live my life making up for all of my regrets, trying to put some worth behind that signature I'm writing on these checks, trying to convince my mom and dad that I love it all the same, staring down my dreams, and I'm trying to make a name.
I like it.
I wanted to play that one because I feel like when we've talked before, we had kind of like a similar story where we like put music away for a while. you
Yeah.
know, and then came back to it
Yeah,
like
totally.
with a renewed passion. But
Mhm.
like, you mentioned how long did you stop playing for?
10 years.
It's about how long yeah.
Yeah. I just started singing like a year and a half ago.
Damn, has it only been a year and a half?
Dude, I've been playing. I only met you guys in like, I met you in June, I think.
Was it only June?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I met Jeremiah in like the month before that. I went to my first open mic at Red Room in Spokane in January last year, or February last year, so not
Dude.
even a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I
It
was
feels
thinking
like so much longer.
Right?
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we got to know you.
Yeah, man.
If any of you guys want to witness this culture firsthand, we all pretty much hang out at Mad Bomber on Wednesdays in Hayden, Idaho. It's a brewing company that loves music, loves songwriting, loves musicians, and they have an open mic on Wednesdays. So come out, check it out tomorrow night if you're around.
Especially if you play music, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of same people that go there, which is great, but it's always awesome to see new new people and
There's
hear
two-
new songs and, you know.
Yeah, and there's two kinds of people in that room. There's musicians and listeners.
Yeah.
And it's the best kind of thing. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys make it out tomorrow if you can.
All right. Well, I know we're supposed to play. I mean, you don't give a shit if we play originals or not.
Play what
Buddy
you
of
want,
mine
man.
wrote this, so I don't know if anyone's actually listening to this right now, but if you are, then listen to the song
Anybody
on
listening,
Spotify. It's much better. Okay. Well, anyone outside of our group of people that already know Jeremiah.
We could probably do that.
Is it just like the people in our group that are listening? Okay, I'm not gonna play that song then. You guys already know it.
Those are good friends, though.
They are.
True friends tune into friends' live streams.
No, it's not a bad thing. I was just trying to like help Jeremiah out that everyone's listeners already heard that song. But it is a great fucking song.
Oh, were you gonna play?
Wasn't the whiskey?
Play it, dude.
Should I?
play it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Play it. Play it.
Oh well.
I was like, what are you gonna play? Like, no, dude, play this song.
Okay.
This is a great song by a good friend of ours.
So I can get back into drop D. Ew. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Question myself, question you, question all the hard times we've been through. Just searching for facts, was it all an act trying to save me and you? Hidden by a mask, doing what was asked till I learned a bit about my past. Blind man living someone else's narrative. It wasn't the whiskey, it wasn't the cocaine. It was you the whole time, it was making me feel insane. It wasn't the family, it wasn't the friends. It was you and me just trying to find a means to an end. It wasn't the whiskey, wasn't the whiskey. Could you imagine if it had been? Reflect on myself and on my life. Such a bright reflection of the knife deep in my back, but I'm not sure how it got there. Had the big house, the cars, a wife, but I knew something just wasn't right. Piece of my soul just out there floating in the wind. It wasn't the whiskey, it wasn't the cocaine. It was you the whole time, making me feel insane. It wasn't the family, it wasn't the friends. It was you and me just trying to find a means to an end. It wasn't the whiskey, wasn't the whiskey, and brought us to an end. Having those dreams at night, crocodile tears flowing from my eyes, knowing something ain't right, giving up the fight. It wasn't the whiskey, it wasn't the cocaine. It was you the whole time, just making me feel insane. It wasn't the family, it wasn't the friends, oh no. know. You and me just trying to find a means to an end. It wasn't the whiskey, wasn't the whiskey. If it had been.
By Mr. Wasn't the Whiskey by Mr. Jeremiah Banks.
Much better when he plays it.
Check it out on Spotify. We got a playlist going for everybody that comes down here, plays, we add them to it. It's called the Speakeasy Sessions. Check that out. Make sure to press the heart so you can listen to it whenever you want and find it whenever you want. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's the hour. Jake, thanks for coming down, dude. Hanging out.
Thanks for having me, man.
Having some refreshments.
Hell yeah.
Some vodka and a water bottle.
Oh yeah.
And
I drank 2 of those things.
Oh man, you hammered. Just hammered. That's why you couldn't do those solos.
Yeah, playing it.
Dude,
It was the whiskey.
And then
the
like
vodka.
right afterwards, I wanted to make sure that I fucked up your song. So. Just kidding. We love each other.
Should we do one more?
Let's do one more. What do you want to do?
Oh,
Leave
yeah,
It Alone?
You guys do it.
We got a request for Leave It Alone.
Okay.
And now, you want to come up, Amanda? I should just have a third mic standing by. Okay, well, I guess we'll end it on a high note. This is the first song Amanda and I ever wrote together. It's called Leave It Alone.
Yes, we don't do this one that often these days.
Not as much as we should. Are you cold?
I wasn't sitting in front of the heater like you guys were.
It's a big scarf.
It is very big. Thank you, Amy McHugh.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've heard your voice, and you're leaving and leaving me no choice. You took the best of me, you set it on fire. All my strength, all my will, my desire. And then I think of what you put me through, and I hope every bit of it happens to you. Well, I hope you get lonely and listen to our song, and I hope you get mad thinking I done you wrong, and I hope that you build up the nerve to die on my phone. And I hope that before you press send, you leave it alone. Time, they say it takes time.
hope that you build up the nerve to dial my phone. And I hope that before you press send,
You know that this feeling will end.
and you know that my heart's on the mend, so leave it alone.
Very nice. That was fun. I don't get to play with you enough anymore. Jake, come on back up, man. We're going to sign off. Thank everybody for coming out. They can see your face one more time. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is kind of our flagship of the new format. So to all you guys who are watching and listening and commenting, appreciate it very much. One thing I forgot to do before we started that I'm going to put on, as soon as we're done, I'm going to put it on the comments of this video, is we do have a tip jar, a PayPal tip jar, just, because musicians aren't working much right now. So, Jake, thanks again, man.
Yeah, man.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.
It's always awkward. Like,
I know,
what
right?
do you do? And then I got
That's
to
what I'm saying.
saunter off screen and hit stop.